Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to this kind of freestyling and improvised installment of Radio Free Decipher.
He's Evan Lorenz.
And he's Kyle Hoyer. And we are both busy again, which, strangely enough, 2 weeks in a row, we find ourselves recording this on a Friday morning, which is not typical for us.
So, happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. It's good. It's good.
So, okay, I'm staring at our notes here. Usually we have some notes on what we're going to talk about every single episode.
Yeah, not that they're involved.
And I'm staring at my notes here, and I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm staring at a blank sticky pad, but that's okay. I got a couple things in mind.
All right, you go, man. You go.
You go? I go. Okay, I go. First of all, like to mention to all of you Lord of the Rings TCG fans that this is your first weekend, I believe, to use the cards of Return of the King in sanctioned tournaments.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of a lot of death by
threat.
But death by threat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've actually heard mostly a lot of very, very interested feedback in how they expect decks to swing once Return of the King hits the environment. So,
what are you hearing? What are you hearing?
I'm hearing different things. I heard one group say that the site pass is not interesting to them, but the cards themselves seem super powerful. And then I heard another group say pretty much the opposite. That they were very interested in the site pass.
I think it was the Canadians that were very excited about the site pass. They were talking about the site sixes, especially.
Yeah, they are very interested.
That allows for big catch-up.
I heard the word genius thrown around regarding those.
High praise from those people.
Yes, but basically the notion that there is a lot of catch-up factor on those sites, far more so than the site pass has seen before. So yeah, should be interesting to see how people make use of that.
Should be good. I'm also very interested to see how initiative starts out there. Some people are thinking it's a little bit, a wait and see type of thing. I think most people agree that threats are going to impact the game pretty significantly.
I think that's safe to assume.
A smaller amount of people think that initiative are going to be somewhat of a factor. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with initiative. So.
Yeah, it does seem to me that when you've got two major mechanics hitting at the same time like that, one is going to get overwhelmed by the other. It's kind of some rule of twos, like we do two starter decks, and so by definition one is worse than the other, or two new mechanics, and one is going to be more interesting to people right out immediately than the other. We introduced Borg and Dominion in Call to Arms, and so one of those affiliations will probably be more interesting to people than the other. You just never know.
Well, so I guess the moral to all this story is have a good first tournament weekend with Return of the King this weekend. So
absolutely.
Have fun out there.
So that would be one point of interest. Another point of interest, particularly to me personally, is the arrival of first packaged Beyblade TCG cards in-house.
That's right.
This last week.
We've been having some fun with that.
We have, particularly with the little decal sheets that are inside each pack of boosters. I don't know how much we've really discussed this on BeybladeTCG.com or on the website, but every pack of boosters includes in it a little sheet of decals, which are 3 sets of different colored pattern decals, which you can stick to the front of your cards on these little divots. If you've seen the cards on the website, you see that they have that round circle around the frame, and there's little divots just like the real toys have, like 3 on the left and 2 on the bottom right, and those are designed for stickers of decals to go into. Our art department slaved over getting the templates just right to accommodate them, and then to design many dozens of variants of these decals that can go in there, and you can literally customize your card. And what are you calculating there?
There are 27 different patterns.
All right.
Is that right?
That sounds probably about right.
27. Yeah, there should be 27 different decal patterns.
Not that you have to use 5 decals of the same pattern.
That's true.
Which we played around with that too, because
But there are. We put a set together of these yesterday. Basically, there are 45 different decal sheets,
right?
And each one of them has a different card on it, and a mini version of a rare or a promo,
in a couple of cases
premium,
promo,
promo cards. So a mini version of that, and it has. I think it's about a quarter the size of a normal card. Pretty small, but
it is pretty
readable.
tiny.
You can still read all this stuff on. and then it has 3 sets of the decals that you can put on the cards themselves, and then it has a Beyblade, 2 different little Beyblade.
Yeah, one is a Beyblade trading card game sticker, and the other is the V-Force sticker.
Right.
And so now the V-Force sticker is around, so that has already shown up on a lot of cards covering blades in pictures exactly, which is kind of fun. The micro cards have been used to put in the picture of the real version of that card to create some weird little falling vertigo effect.
Right.
But I don't know what it is, but suddenly we're all little kids back in the 80s or something. Everybody is messing around with them.
It's like, dude, do you have any more stickers? I need some stickers. And we all want to like customize all of our cards. You know, I don't think anybody, any of us down here, at least in the marketing department, have built a deck yet. We're all just like putting stickers on all of our cards.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I underestimated the appeal of them personally. Our art team was always a champion of the idea, and we were like, yeah, I mean, I don't see what it hurts, you know, but we weren't enthusiastic about it until now. We're playing with our decals and can't get enough of it.
I got to get a deck together and then put decals on every single card.
Do you want matching decals on every single card? Because that would be a stunt.
I don't think I want matching decals. I just want cards to look cool. Like I did some pretty good ones. There's this one where there's a card called Durga.
Yeah,
you know,
Dunga.
I'm sorry, Dunga, and he's a character, and I put the flame stickers on him.
Yes.
So it's a red template with like red and yellow flames shooting around the sides of it. It's pretty cool.
The other thing is they look especially good on the foil cards. If you have the guts to do it to your foil card. You could do it to one of the starter foils if you're not willing to do it to an extra rare, but because the whole card, you know, refracts around them and the decals don't, you get this really, it like adds
like
to the 3D
effect
effect of the card. So
Evan did a really good one too. He had this, there's a character that's wearing called the Chameleon, that's wearing a bunch of camouflage, and there's camouflage stickers on it, so it's a nice little synergy there.
Yes, so I can't explain the appeal of this.
You're going to have to just try it out.
Yes.
It's just so much fun. And Scott was telling us a story how he took 3 packs home the other night. To his kids, he has 2 kids.
Right.
And he gave each one of them 1 pack, and he had a pack, right? And the kids opened them up, and they started, and like Scott was showing them where to put the stickers on. They're like, okay, well, can we have more stickers? And he's like, no, that's all you got. And they're like, what do you mean that's all we got? And they were like trying to fight over each other's stickers and trying to fight to get Dad's stickers and all this stuff. That's all they just wanted to put stickers on all their cards. It was really cool.
And by the way, I think the game is really cool too.
It is a fun game, definitely.
So there you go.
Ian Vincent got into some big games in Germany, and he said he really enjoyed the game, as well as Jakobina.
Really? I didn't hear this.
Jakobina and I got into a real big game, and we were having so much fun just like, you know, whipping each other with the cards, and he had me down to 1 spin left. I only had 1 card left, 1 life basically left, and he had 4. And I turned it around, and I was at 2 when I killed him.
Nice. That's funny.
So it was you know, it was fun. You know, we had a good time. So
catch-up factor.
Yes.
That's the theme today. It's all about catch-up factor.
That's right. Or first product. First tournament weekend. First product for Beyblade. First tournament weekend. We got themes already, and we're just, you know, pulling this out of our hat.
So Kyle, what have you got that fits with this theme?
Nothing.
Wow.
I got nothing. I'm drawing a blank this morning. I sat in here and I was like, what can I talk about? What can I talk about? I'm drawing a blank. So for the first time, I don't have anything to talk about.
Wow. How unusual.
Yeah.
We could talk about Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita. Okay, everybody, all but like 3, maybe 1 person listening to this broadcast
it's
right
done now.
Like, they're like, what the heck is Casa Bonita? But the one guy that knows what Casa Bonita is laughing his head off right now.
Especially if that guy saw this week's South Park episode, which is what brought it to my mind. For those of you who watch South Park, you may have seen this week's episode where the kids go to this garish Mexican version of Chuck E. Cheese's on a Ringling Brothers scale called Casa Bonita, and what really makes that funny to those of us who lived in Denver is it's a real place. It is named Casa Bonita. It's an ugly pink stucco castle like that. It's like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside somehow, I swear. And there are indeed...
Dude, that was a good reference.
Thank you. There are indeed cliff divers and puppet shows and a little haunted cave, and you can get your picture taken in Western clothes. And It's absolutely true, and
oh, the horror.
yes, it's unbelievable that a place like this would exist. But
Speaking of horror, I think we should just end the show early.
okay, I can get along with that. So there you go. Lord of the Rings players, enjoy your first tournament weekend with Return of the King cards.
And get ready for a bunch of decals and Beyblade TCG.
Until next week, or...
Actually, I got one thing I can say. Holy cow. Holy cow, I got one thing I can say. I am still... my name's Kyle. And I'm in charge of the volunteers, all of our product champions and stuff. And I'm still looking for more product champions for .hack.
Okay.
So for those of you that are interested in doing some volunteer stuff, running some demos, tournaments, getting some product for your hard work, maybe helping at some conventions, doing some fun stuff like that, up on .hackenemy.com, you can see the application. It's up there, and fill one out, and we'd love to have you as part of the team. So
I noticed you're enthusiastic about all our games, but I've noticed a lot of enthusiasm on your part about Enemy, .hack Enemy in particular. We were at dinner at some restaurant earlier this week, and he's got this stack of cards and gives half of it to Mike Gerard, one of our developers who's there at dinner with us, and while they're waiting for the food to come, they're playing, well, they were going to draft, and Gerard's like, come on, man, I don't want to draft. So they end up, did you yank out the commons and shuffle them and play with the commons?
Yeah, we just played with all the commons. We, separated all the commons out, and we just played, he took a stack, and I took a stack, and we just played all common decks, and I was brutalizing him.
Yeah, it was kind of rough. But
somehow I happen to keep getting all the monsters that say if this guy wins, your opponent has to sacrifice a monster. So and that's all there is in that format. So you're lucky if you draw a PC. So
right.
I would get ahead of him by 1 or 2 and just win every time.
Occasionally there were games where a PC or 2 would come out, but it was funny. You squeezed in 4 or 5 games while you were waiting for the food to come.
Yeah, it's a quick game.
You can't get enough of
Enemy.
You're taking your work home with you.
Yep.
All right.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Take care.